Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast Receiving Guidance from Your Future Self by Maitreya Cosmetics, where we explore ideas that challenge our usual perceptions of time and reality. I'm your host, Michael, and with me, as always, is my brilliant co host, Maitreya.
Hey there, Michael. Today we're diving into a fascinating concept, a technique that allows our future selves to guide us here in the present. By creating a consistent symbol or signal, we can send helpful information backward through time, warning our past selves of upcoming challenges and, in turn, receiving assistance from our own future selves.
This sounds like something straight out of a sci fi movie, Maitreya. Could you break down the essence of this technique?
Absolutely. The core idea is that time might not be strictly linear. We imagine that our future self already exists in a timeline where we've learned certain lessons and gained valuable insights. If we find a consistent way to communicate, like a specific symbol, sensation, or mental signal, our future self can send us warnings or guidance before critical moments occur. Here's the step-by-step. Create a personal signal. Choose a symbol, feeling, or gesture that's unique to you. This should be something you can easily recognize. A particular tingling sensation, a color flash in your mind, or even a brief mental phrase. Send guidance to your past self in meditation. In a meditative state, recall a past moment in your life where you faced a major challenge or made a mistake. Imagine yourself traveling back to just before that event happened. Send the signal to your past self, effectively warning them of what's coming or encouraging them to make a different choice. You can talk freely with your past self. Then automatically you will start to receive guidance from your future self. As you practice this technique, you train your mind to be receptive to similar signals coming from your own future. Over time, your future self, who has been there, done that, begins to provide you with intuitive nudges or alerts in real time when you're about to face a significant decision or challenge. The key is consistency. Use the same symbol or feeling every single time so you know when it's happening.
So, Maitreya, what's the logic behind this? Why would sending messages to our past selves or receiving them from our future selves actually do anything?
It hinges on a few ideas. The mind's influence on reality. When we use visualization and strong intention, we're essentially instructing our subconscious and possibly tapping into a broader universal field of information. Our brains are powerful tools, and they can pick up on subtle signals we set for ourselves. Consistency and recognition. By keeping the symbol or sensation identical each time, your subconscious learns to associate that particular input with a crucial aha moment or a warning. This repetition is what makes the technique so potent. Trust and openness. You have to believe it's possible. If you dismiss these signals as random thoughts, you might never act on them. Cultivating trust in your own intuition and future guidance opens the door for these messages to surface more clearly.
All right, let's talk about the time part of it. The idea of traveling back or forward in time sounds controversial. How do we reconcile it with modern scientific viewpoints?
Many scientists propose theories suggesting that time is not strictly linear. Some of these ideas include block universe theory. This theory posits that past, present, and future all coexist simultaneously in a four-dimensional block. Rather than time flowing forward, we simply move along different slices of this block. Quantum mechanics and the many worlds. Interpretation. Some interpretations of quantum physics suggest every possible outcome already exists in branching universes. If that's the case, information might be accessible across these branches, even if it seems to defy conventional cause and effect. Nonlinear time in consciousness studies. Researchers in parapsychology and consciousness sometimes propose that the mind can receive precognitive signals from future events. Though not accepted by mainstream science, it resonates with anecdotal experiences people have, like sudden gut feelings or intuitive hits that turn out to be correct.
So, while the details of how it happens are debated, the idea that all time exists simultaneously in some form is a recognized concept in certain circles, right?
Exactly. And for practical purposes, we don't have to fully prove or disprove these theories. We can simply experiment with the technique, keep an open mind, and see if it yields tangible benefits in our own lives.
Let's get into some best practices. For people who want to try this at home, what should they keep in mind?
Here are some suggestions. Set aside quiet time. Meditation is key. Whether it's 5 minutes or half an hour, find a calm environment where you can focus without distractions. Clarity of intention. Before you start, be crystal clear about why you're doing this. Are you aiming to correct a past mistake? Warn yourself about a specific pattern? Or just generally open the lines of communication with your future self? Use the same signal. Consistency is crucial. If you decide your signal is, for example, a bright white light in your mind's eye, always stick to that. If it's a warm tingle on your left hand, never switch it to your right hand. Journal your experiences. Keep track of any nudges or warnings you sense in your daily life. Over time, you might notice patterns, like you get that tingle before big decisions, or you see that white flash when a stressful situation is about to unfold. Be open to subtlety. These signals aren't usually as dramatic as a lightning bolt from the sky. They might feel like fleeting impressions or gentle pulls in a certain direction. Pay attention to those quiet cues.
So, what changes might people expect if they practice this regularly?
For many, it can lead to heightened intuition. You might find you just know the right choice more often, like an invisible hand guiding you to safer or more fulfilling options. Reduced regret. If you believe you're actively correcting past mistakes, your perspective on those events may shift, leading to healing and self-compassion. Sense of empowerment. Realizing you can influence your timeline, past and future, can be incredibly empowering. It breaks the idea that you're stuck with the cards you were dealt. Deeper self-trust. The more you work with this technique, the more you'll learn to trust your own inner guidance, which can spill over into every aspect of your life: career, relationships, and personal growth.
Well, this has been an enlightening conversation, Maitreya. We covered the concept of communicating with our future selves, how to create and send signals to our past selves, and even touched on scientific theories that suggest time might not be as straightforward as we think.
Exactly. Whether you embrace these ideas as literal truth or use them as a symbolic meditation practice, the main takeaway is we have more control over our life path than we often realize. By establishing a consistent signal and trusting the process, we can potentially tap into insights from our most resourceful future selves.
Thank you all for tuning in to Receiving Guidance from Your Future Self. If you decide to try this technique, we'd love to hear about your experiences. Drop us a comment or message on our social channels. And remember, everything might just be happening all at once. So let's make the most of every opportunity to guide ourselves toward a brighter future.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Michael. Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.